We all have the same number of hours each day, but some people are able to stay focused all day long while others struggle to get things done. Are you wondering how they do it? It's actually pretty simple. They develop good habits and practice them every day, even when they're not feeling focused at first. This video will help you develop the right habits to keep you focused all day long, allowing you to accomplish more than ever before. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. Focus only on work. Time is money. The longer you spend working, whether at your job or on side projects, means more money in your pocket. This is why it's so important to focus on work and avoid distractions at all costs. If you're focused, you won't be wasting time checking Twitter or Facebook multiple times a day. Instead, you can focus on getting things done. Try focusing on one project for a certain amount of time before moving on to another one that needs your attention. When you're at work, focus on your work. It's okay to use your phone for its intended purpose, which is necessary communication, or even when you're on break or while you are with clients or customers. But if it is sitting on your desk, it should be turned off or in do not disturb mode and out of sight. Number 2. Embrace focus as a goal. It's easy to look at people like Einstein or Gates and wish we could spend our days working on creative projects. But in most cases, that isn't how our professional lives are structured. For most of us, it's better to think of focus as a value than a goal, something that you can use to navigate your day. In her book, The Power of Habit, Gretchen Rubin gives a simple way of thinking about habits. Before you perform an action, ask yourself if what you're about to do is worth your limited time and energy. If not, don't do it. Your first step to staying focused throughout your day is to commit to it as a goal. Many people say they want to be more productive, but don't necessarily commit themselves to that goal in their own minds and lives. And so, goals that never get turned into habits, that's what we call just wanting. Don't think of your productivity as something that happens by chance. Rather, define what it is you need to accomplish and then embrace that goal. Focus on it and do whatever it takes to achieve it. Staying focused may take some time, but once you have your head in the game, you'll be able to concentrate with purpose. Your mind will be free from distractions and you'll feel motivated and inspired by your progress. Number 3. Set deadlines. Think of focus as a goal. This may sound strange, but it's not as goofy as it sounds. A lot of us set out with certain goals in mind, only to abandon them because we get distracted by something else, like checking our email or Facebook or Twitter. But when you treat your workday like a long-distance race and look at focus as a daily mile marker to achieve, you'll be able to keep from getting sidetracked by some other shiny object. There will always be distractions in your office. It's up to you to choose whether or not you give in to them. Make what's important most important and watch your productivity soar. Deadlines keep us in check. When you have a deadline, it's almost impossible to let work slip and slide. If you don't set deadlines, they'll find you anyway. Your boss will always ask you to do something within a set amount of time. But what happens when there isn't an external deadline? That's why, be sure to write down your deadlines. It makes them feel more real and less abstract, which can be helpful in getting you motivated. Make sure to time block these tasks in your calendar too, so that you don't lose sight of your goals. Number 4. Get into a routine. There's an adage that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But sometimes that's easier said than done, particularly if you have a full-time job. You have trouble getting out of bed in time to start your day, or you find yourself trying to accomplish too many tasks at once. So, how do you change? By creating new habits that ultimately lead to better productivity and less stress. I'm outlining 6 habits in total. Each habit is meant to provide a simple solution to what could be a complex problem. It may take some trial and error before you find something that works for you, but don't get discouraged. Maybe you're a morning person and can hit your peak hours from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., or perhaps you function best after 3 p.m. Regardless of when your peak hours are, try and do things in an orderly fashion to avoid procrastination. If you work best in the morning, set aside time for that every day. If you're a night owl, don't force yourself to start working until noon. Like you would do if you were working at an office, try mapping out when and where you'll work on different projects, what you'll eat, and how many breaks you'll take. Also, put away your smartphone. Number 5. Stop multitasking. There's a lot of research showing that multitasking isn't just ineffective. It may actually be damaging to your cognitive abilities. The problem is that most people who think they're good at multitasking are actually deluding themselves. By simply forcing yourself to focus on one task at a time, you'll increase your attention span, allowing you to get more done in less time. If it feels like a bit of an adjustment, don't worry. Do you feel like you never have enough time to get everything done? In all likelihood, your biggest obstacle is chronic multitasking, even if you consider yourself a decent multitasker. Research shows that people who are regularly switching between tasks can take up to 50% longer than those who focus on one thing at a time. Take it from me, single tasking is far more efficient than we all like to believe. Number 6. Learn how to say no. Saying no is one of those things that's easy to talk about but hard to put into practice. Even if you're a total pro at delegating and managing your time, there will always be people who try to get their way by piling on more responsibilities. So how do you say no without feeling guilty? The next time someone tries to give you a new task or project, just ask if they would be willing to help you out with some tasks/projects you've already got on your plate. That way, everyone wins. When you say yes to everything, you are also saying no to something. But if you learn how to say no, you can avoid stress and exhaustion and focus on what's important. As an entrepreneur, learning how to say no is a critical skill because it enables you to focus on your own priorities while helping others understand your boundaries. It also builds trust with those around you so they can rely on your help when they need it most. One of my favorite quotes by Eleanor Roosevelt is, "Learn to say no. It gives you such power when you can say yes." Saying no can help us stay focused on what we need to get done and prevent us from taking on more than we have time for. Think about where your time goes throughout an average day. Are there certain obligations that take up more of your time than others? If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like and comment your thoughts on the matter. Make sure you subscribe as we have a lot more videos coming out which will elevate your status in life. With that said, see you all soon.